I go to the French embassy.
No. I'm sorry, President. I'm really sorry. It's just that everything's frozen right now.
How are you? Guess what? I'm waiting in the street because everything is frozen for you.
Truly, I believe this in my heart that Brigitte Macron was born a man. The French president and his wife are giving photographic and scientific evidence to a US court to prove Brigitte Macron is a woman. And you can watch the way that she walks, but more importantly, the way that Brigitte sits. Take a look at this clip.
Okay.
Tables have turned. Emmanuel Macron, the same man whose motorcades block Paris, whose police block protesting citizens, whose policies block Africa's independence, has now been blocked himself. Not in France. Not in Africa. But in the United States, by Donald Trump's convoy. The French president, reduced to walking like an ordinary man on the streets of New York. After addressing the UN General Assembly, where he proudly announced France's recognition of Palestine, Macron tried heading to his consulate. But the New York police stopped him cold. "I'm sorry, President, the road is frozen for a motorcade," the officer said. Frustrated, Macron pleaded, "If you don't see it, let me cross."
How many people?
No, I have 10 people with me. I go to the French embassy.
No. I'm sorry, President. I'm really sorry. It's just that everything's frozen right now. There's a motorcade coming late. That's why. I'm sorry.
If you don't see it, let me cross. I negotiate with you.
No, it's not that.
That's fine. I'll accept that before. That's the way I do it.
How are you? Guess what? I'm waiting in the street because everything is frozen for you.
One. Are you sorry? That's like one good thing you know.
I don't know. I've seen 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But I would love if we can. Yeah, I know. I will follow. But after I would love if we can have a short discussion with Qatar and you the situation at Gaza because we were.
The mighty French president stuck behind a metal barrier. Denied his car, he was forced to walk 30 minutes through Manhattan, mingling with ordinary shoppers, taking selfies, and even receiving a forehead kiss from a stranger. Family, think about it. Macron, the man who unleashes riot police on French workers, farmers, and pensioners. Macron, who freezes African economies with the CFA franc. Macron, who sends troops to block Sahel nations from charting their own path, now finds himself powerless. Blocked. Frozen. Humbled. This is not just humiliation. It's symbolism. Back home, protests rage in France over budget cuts and taxes. Citizens demand relief. Yet Macron's priority: launching a lawsuit in the US to prove that his wife Brigitte is a woman.
President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte are suing right-wing podcaster and conspiracy theorist Candace Owens.
Claimed the French First Lady used to be a man.
Becoming Brigitte. Owens says that the First Lady was born as
Jean-Michel Trognon.
因为被美国右翼百万网红欧文斯指控
Suing Candace Owens.
The claims Brigitte Macron is a man.
Emmanuel Macron, Brigitte Macron against Candace Owens.
Candace Owens is being sued by the Macron family.
The reason? Defamation. Owens published a series of podcast episodes suggesting that Miss Macron was born a man.
We'll find out after all these years. Is Candace onto it? Does she solve the case?
The French president and his wife are giving photographic and scientific evidence to a US court to prove Brigitte Macron is a woman. So how did we get here? The Macrons are suing right-wing influencer Candace Owens for defamation. She's claimed again, Brigitte, and again, Brigitte, and again, Brigitte Macron, to her millions of followers that Brigitte was born a man. She's never provided any evidence for these unfounded claims. She's even gone as far to allege Brigitte was born Jean-Michel Trogneux, who is Brigitte's brother.
Real name, Jean-Michel Trogneux.
A man who's appeared alongside his sister in public several times, twice at 2 presidential inaugurations in 2017 and 2022. And now the Macrons are hitting back. They say they'll provide photographic proof, including pictures of Brigitte pregnant and raising her children. But it's the scientific evidence where there remains doubts. Her lawyer refused to say exactly what this means. Candace's lawyers have responded with a motion to dismiss the claim. The Macrons brought the case to a US court in July of this year. It alleges that Candace disregarded all credible evidence disproving her claim. They say she has pursued a campaign of global humiliation against the French First Lady, who is now 72. But in US law, to prove defamation, you have to prove actual malice. That is, knowingly spreading false information. In March of last year, Candace, who is known for her conspiracy theories, claimed she would stake her entire professional reputation on the allegation. This isn't the first lawsuit over this issue. The allegations popped up in fringe online spaces years ago. In 2021, 2 French bloggers were sued by the Macrons for defamation in France. The Macrons initially won this case, but then earlier this year, the ruling was overturned on appeal. This was based on freedom of expression. It did not imply the claims were true. The Macrons have now taken that particular case to France's highest appeals court. And all of this isn't the first time the couple have been in the headlines. There's long been media focus and commentary on how they met. Brigitte first met Macron when she was a teacher directing him in a school play. Back then, Brigitte was married with 3 children before getting divorced and marrying Macron. And then there was this infamous video of the French First Lady appearing to hit the president. The couple's response was simply they were joking around. Their case against Candace Owens is ongoing.
Are you a woman?
I am, in fact, a woman, and I certainly would never sue someone to prove to the world that that is a fact. I would probably be laughing.
Well, how can you prove to me you're a woman if I don't believe you?
I wouldn't have to. You could do 18 hours of a show saying that I was living as a man for 30 years. And the easiest thing for me to do, obviously, would be to just release pictures of me living, yearbooks, me on the cheerleading team, me pregnant, me with my children, raising my children, long before, if I ever got to the point where I thought that I needed to launch a lawsuit, I would probably just release a few photos if we're playing devil's advocate here.
Yes, instead of solving France's crisis, Macron is allegedly pouring millions into court battles against Candace Owens, a US podcaster, over conspiracy theories about his wife. If this isn't a misplaced priority, what is? And here's where Africa must see the lesson. The same France that blocks Africa's freedom just got its own president blocked abroad. So why should Africa, rich in gold, oil, uranium, and people power, keep letting France block Africa's future? Is this poetic justice or a warning? Should Africa keep tolerating French interference while even Macron himself is being humbled abroad? Tell us what you think in the comments. Smash that like button so more Africans hear this message. And subscribe to Afriscope TV, the Pan-African voice unmasking lies and speaking truth to power. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this video are based on publicly available information, news sources, and independent analysis. Afriscope TV does not claim to represent any government, political party, or movement. Our goal is to amplify African voices, educate the public, and spark meaningful conversations on global and continental issues. We encourage our audience to engage critically, verify facts independently, and participate in peaceful, lawful civic discourse. This content is for informational and educational purposes only.